everyone. I don't know if anybody's here. This is Shirley from Shirley's World. Shirley's World vlog. I'm on every Thursday at 7 o'clock. This is the live chat. And I thought I'd do something a little differently. Hi, Bumblebee. Yeah, so I made a thumbnail and put a topic on there for tonight. Or things I'm going to tell you that I hate. Riri, hi Riri. Yeah, I just made up that thumbnail not too long ago. I mean, I rushed to do it. I decided to do this and I needed a thumbnail. So yeah, I love Canva. Now, I don't know if anybody follows the YouTube gang at vidIQ. vidIQ. Sean Cannell, do you watch him once in a while? He has a channel. And vidIQ is a group of them that give suggestions on how to succeed on YouTube. But now they came out today saying that they're going to, I didn't look at it yet, but you just have to click. It's a free thing to do thumbnails. So I have to look at that. Hi, Diane. And Debbie's here. Hi. Hi, Diane. You have to tell you I got a surprise package in the mail. I'm waiting to see if she comes on here tonight. Yeah, everybody's coming in. Yeah, I'll wait for a while. I've been busy for the last couple days at least, the last maybe 3 days. I had a list of things to leave on the counter if something happens to me. Yeah, and so I've sort of been working on that the last few days, and if I work on it too much, I get all upset. Yeah, it's instructions if I'm if I go into the hospital or other, or maybe I've gone off to heaven. Because yeah, things need taken care of. The first thing on the list is, of course, my animals. And Jolene, she knows about this, so yeah. So it's like 3 pages long. I keep thinking of more things. But that's sort of depressing to work on, It shouldn't be. But it depends on what kind of mood I'm in, I guess. I decided there's so many people doing these 10 things this and 10 things that, or 8 things this and whatever. So I thought I'd just try a few. And I'm going to start with the things I hate. Now maybe hate's sort of a strong word. Dislike immensely. How's that? Oh. Yeah, so I have a list here. I'm going to wait a little bit and see if anybody agrees with them, or these are only mine. These are personal things. Some of them. Some of them, of course, could be, all of you could also be in the same dislike, strongly dislike. Uh, yeah, so I don't see anybody else coming in at the moment. I have to tell you, though, that I got a package in the mail. Was it yesterday? Or I think, no, the day before yesterday. So it was on Tuesday. And it was a package with hearts all over it. In fact, it's here. Cover up the address. And it was all, it was all puffed out. It was a big stuffed package. And I looked at the name. I knew immediately what it would be. It was from Michelle Marshall. Michelle from here. And she has sent me things before. I don't know if you remember, she sent me a box of clothes, box of things before to sell on eBay. Or she sent me a package. I think I'm getting this right. Who knows? I could get people mixed up very easily on here. Michelle Marshall. She's from Arkansas, and she usually comes on here. And she sent me, I think it's 6 items, all rolled up and fit in this little package. And right now they're on my ironing board. They have to be ironed or steamed. I think the fabrics in all of these except one could easily be steamed, but we'll see which I do. And then listed, which is good because I do have something to list. My helper Samantha came today, and today we didn't go anyplace. This was her not cleaning day. Although today she cleaned all of the inside downstairs windows. So remember, I had gotten all my windows cleaned on the outside, like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, whenever that was. And they just need cleaned on the inside. So she did all the downstairs windows. And then she'll just do the upstairs windows, when she's cleaning, I guess. But yeah, they're all sparkly clean now. And while she was here, we looked around the dining room because I'm having Thanksgiving dinner and things that we plan to do in there to get rid of a lot of things that are sitting around, which sort of, she says she's going to clear her day next Wednesday. That's her normal day. The day before Thanksgiving, she'll be here. And she said she's going to clear her day for me and we can do whatever I want. So she's going to help me get ready as far as clearing the dining room out, maybe setting the table if I don't get to do it beforehand, before she gets here. We have to work on the couch where the dog is caved in the couch cushions. My dog lays on the back of the couch, on the cushions, back cushions, like a cat. Of course, my dog weighs more than a cat, so the cushions are all caved in. So we have to fix those and some other things. But we went downstairs. I wanted to look through the Christmas items because I know when we put Christmas things away or other things away, before I had my basement cleaned out, we had made a couple bins full of things I thought maybe Christmas things that I thought maybe I could sell on eBay. And I knew I had some glass Christmas balls. And I looked up how much their people have them on already. And they seem to be going pretty well. So I brought some up and I'm going to be listing them probably tomorrow. See how they do. I hope there's not too many listed by now. And yeah. And besides the glass Christmas balls and things, I also have some handmade wooden Christmas items. So I'm going to try them too. So we'll see. Since I don't have a lot of clothes, in fact, I don't have any clothes except what Michelle has sent me. So, yeah. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this video as far as I planned to do this 10 things I hate. Yeah, these are in no specific order, although the first one would be almost to the top for me. And my number one is being cold. You should all know that. I cannot stand to be cold. And of course, today was our first snowfall. It's in the 30s outside. Yesterday it was close to 60. Bumblebee, do you have snow? Do you people have snow any place? Yeah. I mean, it's not sticking much, but it snowed a little bit now and again today. And there's some snow on the grass. And do you know that across the street, as the sun was going down and it got dark, I could see the horse barn that's back in the woods. Now you can't see it any other time. It has to have the snow on the roof of the barn for you to be able to see it, because now the leaves are off the trees and I can see how big the barn is. It's pretty big. Now they have 3 horses, but I didn't know how big the barn was, but it looks bigger than it did last year, so maybe they've added on to it. I don't know them really. Their place sits so far back. I'd have to drive back there. I could never walk that driveway. It's like a mile long. But yeah, my first thing that I hate is being cold. And I just wonder, my body temperature has always been low. My normal body temperature is like 96.8, 97, 97.1. That's my normal temperature. So if I would have what they call a normal temperature, which is 98.6, that would mean I would actually have a low-grade fever. So I wonder if me having such a low body temperature makes me colder than other people, because a lot of times when I'm so cold, other people don't seem to be cold. And I do keep my house at a high temperature, my sister says. And yeah. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. It's always been like that. Maybe, I don't know about when I was a child, but ever since I was an adult, pretty much it's been, my average temperature is just low. I don't know. So being cold. Now I mean me being cold. Now, I don't hate the cold weather. I just hate me being cold. if I bundle up and wear, you know, good winter gear and I'm not cold, I don't hate it to be cold outside. I don't hate the snow, except when it involves me slipping. But I mean, I used to ski, I used to do winter things. Not so much now, but uh, I don't have to be outside to be cold. I can very well be cold in the house. And it's just, I've always worn, I've never like gone out any place with just a t-shirt on. I always have something other than a t-shirt over my t-shirt. Because if you go in a restaurant, I don't know if anybody else is like this, they keep the restaurants, especially in the summer, the air is so cold in the restaurants. When we used to go out, when my husband and I used to go out to eat quite a bit, and I would always have to have a sweater with me or a jacket or something. So just being cold is what's number one on my list. Number two, any kind of yelling. I hate yelling. I hate fighting. Uh, you know, don't like when my kids used to be over when they were adults. I'm not talking about little kids. I'm talking about adults yelling at each other or yelling back and forth, just arguing, even if it's good-hearted. If you don't yell, I don't like yelling. And I don't like any fighting, of course. I like everybody to get along all the time. No fighting, please. So that was my number two. Bumblebee, you're having flurries there too. Yeah. Yeah. November 21st, first day of snowfall here. I guess you could call it snowfall since it's sticking on the grass. So number three, and this has been for a long time since I've been an older adult, not an older adult. I would say in my 30s, 40s, I do not like crowds. I don't like to be in crowds. Yeah, I don't like being in crowds at all. Even when we would go out to eat, I enjoyed going out to eat with maybe one other couple or two other couples at the most, but I didn't enjoy going, like we would go to a wedding reception or something like that and be in a crowd with people, even if we knew some of them. I didn't like that. I just didn't like being in a crowd. And everybody knew my husband. Everybody knew Jack. Especially when we lived in Parma, where he had been a policeman, and we couldn't go anywhere without him being recognized and without him being people coming up and talking to him. He had so many friends. I'm just the opposite. Beside you group here, my YouTube group, I have about 3 other friends. Yeah, I was never one to have a whole big group of friends like my husband. I don't know why. I mean, I had friends when I was working, but they were just work associates. One of them was my friend, maybe 2. But yeah, I'm just not one of those people that have a ton of friends. So yeah, crowds. I don't like crowds at all. Number 4, which is sort of covered up here. Oh, any cruelty to animals. I can't stand that. I think anybody that's cruel to animals should be thrown in jail, or the same thing should happen to them. I am serious about this. I hate any cruelty to animals, any kind of animal. I hate hunting. Yeah. It upsets me when the cat hunts, you know? And I know things do things naturally in the wild, but I don't want to see it. I know it happens and I know it's necessary, but humans, no. Now, people then ask, do you eat meat? I only eat chicken and fish, and I'm not crazy about doing that either. So, yeah, once in a while I have hamburgers, but or ground beef, but very seldom. I haven't up until this past year when I thought maybe I should have some red meat when they were talking about it being so important to your diet. Uh, yeah, I was not eating red meat for years. I mean, I probably hadn't had red meat in 10 years. Long time. My daughter's the same. And I don't think she even eats chicken. So, yeah, any cruelty to animals, I just cannot stand. I think they should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Oh, Debbie, you always bring a jag and a sweater too. Yeah, I know. You never know. Even going into stores, you know. Uh, Number 5. Of course, this is something everybody. I hate 2 things as far as our body goes, and that is cancer and Alzheimer's, and they're equal in my hatred for them. I know several people that have had Alzheimer's, have died of Alzheimer's, have had Alzheimer's. Uh, it's a horrid, horrid, horrid thing. And yeah, of course, cancer being so widespread, you have to know people that have it or have had it. And both of those things, I don't understand why in today's world, especially cancer, that they haven't found a cure by now. It makes me kind of leery about, why they haven't found a cure. Medicine is so messed up with the pharmaceutical companies, etc. You probably know where I'm going with that. Yeah. I was a nurse for so long, I didn't think of it back then. You never heard of Alzheimer's back then. I'm sure it existed. Maybe they called it something else at that point, but I don't know. There was always cancer. So 2 sad subjects, but that's number 5 on my list. These are not in order by any means. Number 6 is very personal to me, and it's abdominal cramps. I hate cramps, which I have a lot because I have belly problems. I hate that and back pain. I think of the 2, I'd rather have back pain than cramps. Yeah, and I've had them for the last few days. Today, not as bad, but last few days, really bad. It wrecks your whole day, for sure. Wrecks my whole day. And it can make you nauseated. It can make you depressed. Makes you not want to do anything. I'd rather just go back to bed. with a heating pad or something, you know. So yeah, cramps is right up there on my hatred list. Number 7, I bet everybody can relate to this. Number 7, which is coming up soon, is tax season. Getting ready for tax season. I start to get nervous, and why, I don't know. It's pretty easy. It's just something you have to do that I have to get all together and do. And it's because of eBay and Poshmark. It's because of the reselling. I don't think I'll have any problem with YouTube, but yeah, it's just something else you have to get together and get ready to send in. So I just hate it. I start to get nervous in January, and I don't send mine in. I don't get the end paperwork from my bank till like March. So I can't really send it in till in March anyway. But yeah, tax season. Hate it. But I guess it's necessary. What I should have put on the title of this is what I hate now that I've gotten to be 80, in my 80s. Some of these things are more about when I've, as old as I am. And this one is I hate being tired. I hate the loss of strength. Things that I used to be able to do. I can't lift 40 pounds and carry it across the barn anymore. I used to be able to throw bales of straw, bales of hay around. No more. I can't, it's a trial for me to lift 25 pounds, and that's not all that heavy. It is for me now, but yeah, being tired and losing my strength, not being able to do the things that I did before. And gardening is in there with it. I can not do near the gardening that I would love to do again. I just can't do it anymore. So I do my little garden out front. Hopefully I can do it. Hopefully I'll be here in the spring to do it in the spring again. And no, did I get although they still look okay, I did not cut my herbs off yet. And there's snow on them. But I don't think it's actually gone down below 32 degrees. Now, I should have gotten them today because you would think for sure the temperatures would go down. Let me see what the low is. See, it's going to be 30 tonight. So I'm hoping it doesn't freeze hard, that I can't pull them tomorrow, or at least get some cuttings off of rosemary and thyme, and the parsley still look good today. I should have gone out and cut it. What else? I have lemon balm. I have several things. Of course, the basil's first to go. I'm sure it's shot. But the other things might be okay. Just relax about the tax. Well, I try, but I don't know what it is about it. Protein and greens are great for your strength. Don't be so hard on yourself. But I have noticed a huge difference. My daughter says it's because I'm not doing chair yoga. She has this thing in her head. If I do chair yoga, it's going to make everything fine. But I don't really believe that. I think it'll help me limber up a little bit. I try to limber up even before I get out of bed. But yeah. Number 9. This is definitely when you get old and you have white hair, especially, and people can tell you're old. And don't call me sweetie. Yeah, I hate that. I hate when somebody you don't know, like the cashier or somebody in a store you're in or whatever, they call you sweetie. And you know they're just doing that. They wouldn't call me sweetie if I was 40, you know? No, don't call old people sweetie. They may smile, but it just grinds on them. Yeah. What else do they call it? Sweetie, honey. I don't even know you. You- yeah. Yes, so that's it. And my number 10 thing, and this is a big thing, is worry. I know I'm not supposed to worry. I have Jesus. I don't have to worry. I don't have to be afraid. But there's so many things to worry about. I know things are going to be like they're meant to be. Getting older stinks. Yes, it does. Parts of it, yeah. Yes. So worrying can wreck your day. It can make you depressed. It can make you just want to go back to bed. Yes, worry is very stressful. It can make me take a Xanax. If you're worried, especially about really something to worry about, like something happens and you're worried about your kids about something or whatever, that's a little different than just worrying for worry's sake. Stein Johnson, hi. Hi. I'm glad you're here. Yeah. So, number 10 is worry. I hate it, but I just can't seem to quit it. It just comes on, and there it is. So, I'm sure everybody here that's a mother, especially, you worry, or you have husbands to worry about, you have parents to worry about. Yeah, there's always something. Or animals. I worry about my animals all the time. Uh, if my cat acts a little differently, I worry. If my dog acts a little differently, I worry. If my if my daughter doesn't call me, I worry. If my, it's just ridiculous when you think of it. Now, I did add a couple bonus numbers here. I added 2, number 11 and number 12. So let me tell you about them. These are personal. Number 11, I hate my false teeth. Now, yeah, they're very nice for what they are. And somebody I knew made these. My son's best friend. He owned a dental lab, which he has now sold for lots of money. It was a big dental lab. He made these teeth personal for me. They're perfect. They look great. I can talk great with them in. But they are dentures. They are covering up the roof of my mouth. So my eating has completely changed. My enjoyment of food has completely changed. I don't enjoy eating anymore. I can't taste things like I used to. So if anybody's listening that ever has a choice between getting implants and getting dentures. Save up for the implants. Now, I didn't have enough money for them at the time. They're very expensive, and they're still very expensive. Uh, I also am a chicken, and the thought of having these screws drilled up into your jaw isn't something that I wanted to even think about. But yeah, of course you'd be asleep, you know? But I couldn't get that out of my mind. And I was just a chicken to even, I didn't even look into too much about if I could actually afford it over, a payment period of years. Uh, I just remembered a Lavender Clothesline that she went to a place in Florida and got hers. And of course they look wonderful and beautiful, but she was in the hospital for however they do it down there. It's a special place you go. But no, I couldn't do it and I couldn't afford it. So here I am with my dentures. Uh, some people have had a lot of trouble with implants. Well, probably, yeah. I would think, you know, there's always going to be a few that's going to have problems with having things screwed up into your jaw, up into your bone. Yeah. Yes, and I hate the dentists for sure. I had dentophobia, and I sure didn't want to hear about anything like that. Renee, you're a dental hygienist. I always warn people about dentures. They will never feel natural. Yeah. Well, my dentist, which I liked, my dentist, because she was really good with me being afraid. She never actually said that. She said this, if I didn't want dental implants, this would be the best decision that I could make to have, I had to have several teeth pulled and the whole thing. It was, yeah. So I'll never be able to enjoy food like I used to. Yeah, I'm happy with how they look. I'm happy. But yeah, I'm happy with how they fit. But no, as far as eating, it's a whole other world with dentures and not near as enjoyable. 2025 goals for worrying less and trusting God more. Yes. I think it's helping me to really study, that I'm studying the Bible a lot this year. I study the Bible almost every day, and I think that's going to help a lot. And even though I think reading the Bible in a year, which is what I'm doing, I started last January, and at the end of December, I'll be done and I will have read the whole Bible. Now, did I know what I read? No, not until I study it, not until I go on with this pastor that I like that goes verse by verse and, studies the Bible. Am I actually learning something? Yes, and I'll tell you, I've learned a lot, even though it's not by the book. It's very close, is The Chosen. And if anybody hasn't seen it, watch The Chosen. Watch all four seasons. The fifth season's coming out this coming year. But yes, it helps you to get to know the disciples. It helps you to get to know Jesus and about his life. Uh, yeah, even though it's not exactly by the book. And they say that this is a you know a movie, a program. It's not, but it's excellent, and I love it. I'm watching it for the second time right now. It's on Prime. All 4 seasons right now is on Prime. So if anybody has Prime, go on and start with season 1, episode 1, and start going through it. And you won't know who people are right away. You have to watch it a while till you get to know who they are, because it goes back and forth from Old Testament to New Testament. But it's just so good. Renee, nutrition plays a major role in our feelings and emotions. Well, Renee, what is there a no worry food out there? A no fret food? Yeah. All right, number 12 is just something that I have, that my house has, is Pantry Moths. Does anybody have Pantry Moths? See, it's hard to say with dentures, moths. Pantry Moths. Oh, B vitamins and mushrooms. Stay away from processed foods and sugar. Yeah, see, sugar is my downfall. I eat a lot of sugar. I eat a lot of sweets. And of course, my favorite drink is root beer, which is nothing but sugar. I don't eat as much processed food as I used to. Yeah. Let's see here. Bumblebee says, my dad would say we need 10 hugs a day. Heard from some expert. Well, I don't even get one hug a day. I don't get any hugs. I haven't seen my kids in 6 months. They're coming for Thanksgiving. Ah, yes. So Thanksgiving will be a big day for me here. I know my son will be in front of the TV watching football, but that's okay. I can sit next to him. And my daughter's coming. Yes. I haven't seen my grandkids. They're coming. So, yes. So, what are we having for Thanksgiving? We're having turkey, of course. But my son does the deep frying method. So, the stuffing is going to be made by my daughter-in-law. And she makes the candied sweet potatoes. See, sugar. I love them. What else does she bring? Sweet potatoes. I'm making the mashed potatoes, gravy, cranberry stuff, the dessert, pumpkin pie. I bet my son will bring some dessert too. He likes dessert also. Yeah, I forget. There's something else. The vegetable. The vegetable. I don't know if we're having green bean casserole or not. She usually makes that. So something to do with vegetables. So yeah, it'll be a nice Thanksgiving dinner. And I just saw today something on, I think it was on YouTube. I'm not sure. But you can buy these foil cupcake, the large cupcake things to make. You can make cupcakes. They're foil. They're a little foil pan. And they said, she was saying, this is wonderful, and it has a lid on it. You can make, it has a clear plastic lid, but then you bake it, of course, without the lid, and the cupcakes. But you can use this for leftovers, like have a few of them. If I go to Mark's, I bet Mark's has them. I'm going to get some. Shelley Shack, hi. They come like eight places in them, 6 or 8. I'm not sure which, but then they're great to send leftovers home with people. You just put like a big scoop of leftovers in each place. It makes each makes like a helping, and then you put the lid on the top, and they can just take it home. What a wonderful idea. I'm going to get some of those. I'm making some breads too. Maybe blueberry bread. I don't know, different kinds of breads. Like that cake bread, not yeast bread. I should make a loaf of bread too, maybe the day before. I'll make the loaf of bread, my regular yeast bread. Shelley Shack. I just buy a big pack of those disposable plastic containers at Costco. Yeah, that way people will take the food home. Yes, I do not want food left here because I don't eat hardly anything. 14 in the chat. Oh, good. Hi, everybody. Yeah, let me get back to my last thing, Pantry Moths. Pantry Moths, they come in things. They'll come in dog food. They come in dog biscuits. They come in dried things. The little eggs. And then they hatch. And then you have pantry moths, and they're so hard to get rid of. You have to get these traps. They're sticker traps that they fly into. They're little tiny moths. They're not like clothes. They're not the same as clothes moths. They're little. They're little moths, and yeah, these traps trap the males by some pheromone thing, scent. Right now, I don't think I'll see one once in a great while, and I will try my best to get it. Because if it's a female, I don't want it. If it's a male, it'll get trapped in the trap. If it's a female, I want to get it. Did you listen to any of the songs that I sent you? No, not yet. I haven't listened to Shelley yet. Renee, you missed the beginning of the chat. Yes, it's snowing here just a little bit. Just some flurries once in a while today. But we have some snow on the grass. I mean, just a covering here and there. But the ground is still warm. It's not going to stay, of course. Yeah, a little bit of flurries. But it's that first snow. Sometimes we wouldn't have the first snow till, sometimes after Christmas. But I kept hearing all summer about how this winter is going to be a bad winter. So I don't know. Let's see. My fireplace is all stocked and ready to go. All I have to do is open the flue and light it. Light the wood. Get it started. It's all ready to go. I was thinking if it's cold on Thanksgiving, maybe we could have a fire for Thanksgiving in there. That would be cozy. Hi, Brylan. Late work night. You're just getting in. You'll have to go back and watch the 10 things I hate the most. Yeah, I thought I'd do something. I'm going to do then. I'm going to follow this up. I don't know what day, whether I'll record it or whether I'll do next Thursday with the with 10 things I like the most. So I have not sold a thing in 2 days. Of course, I'm not listing anything, so that always has to do with it. Shelley Shack needs to rewind too. Yeah. Well, Michelle Marshall. Michelle Marshall from Arkansas. I have to thank her. Thank you for sending me a little package of clothes. They're all ready to be ironed, and I will be listing them in the next few days. And I have now Christmas things to list, vintage Christmas decorations. So I have to get them on right away. So that is what I had to say for today. Yeah. Bryland Farm, you never see snow down there, do you? Shelley says, I sold a Runza shirt yesterday, and today it was a bottle of pet stool eating detergent for dogs. I never heard of that. Pet stool eating detergent for dogs. Well, I don't even know what that would be. Is it supposed to discourage them from eating their poopies? Oh, I don't know what Runza is. I never heard of that. Oh, you guess they eat the pill and then they don't want to eat cat poop. Well, yeah, my dog would like to have that too then. Because, yeah, my dog will eat cat poop and chicken poop. Yuck. Stein says he loves vintage Christmas. Well, I'm going to be putting on some Christmas stuff this next week. Brian says her dogs eat goose poop. Yeah, that's even bigger. And stinkier, I might add. When we first moved here, we live off a golf course. And of course, ducks and geese, there's a lake, right? I can see the lake. I've probably taken pictures of it. Right out this window, there's a big lake. And there's lots of ducks on the lake, wild ducks, mallards. And they used to come up by my yard, and I would put out like sunflower seeds and stuff to feed the ducks. So I was feeding the ducks, and they'd come and go and come and go. They were fine. And there'd be a little bit of duck poop, but it wasn't bad. Well, then the geese one goose found that I was feeding. First day, I had one goose. Next day, I had 2 geese. The following day, I think I had 4 or 5 geese, till it got to be a flock of geese would come. And with the flock of geese came so much more poop and bigger poop, more poop, and stinkier poop. So I had to stop feeding my ducks. I had to stop feeding because, yeah, that was not good. So, yeah. Runza is a Nebraska restaurant that I missed so much when I moved to Seattle that they mailed me Runzas for Christmas one year. A Runza is like a stuffed bread pie. Oh, I thought you were talking about clothes. I have no idea what that is, Runza. A stuffed bread pie. It's filled with hamburger and cabbage. Oh, I bet that is delicious. Ah, yes, that would be. I wonder if there's anything that we call that up here. I don't think so. Mm. Brian says, my dogs eat poop. A sentence I never thought I would say. Oh. Yeah. I don't know whether to put it on in lots or just one box at a time. I have to look at how it's selling. I have to look into that more. It is selling, so I did see that. I want to get it on pretty quick. Brylan, I lived on Whidbey Island for the last year I was in Washington. I feel like it's maybe a Polish dish. Is it like a pierogi? You know what a pierogi is? There's stuff, that's dough folded over. It's stuffed with, a lot of times it's stuffed with cheesy potatoes, or it can be cabbage. It can be, well, whatever. Pierogies. Is it like that? Like a pierogi? Do you know what pierogies are? Could be like that. Yes, very much like it. Okay. Okay, then I know what they are. Yes, I've had many of those. We just didn't call them runzas. Runzas. In fact, my friend Judy, who today, by the way, on her way to her bridge party, she's also 82. Well, she's 81 till the till December. Her birthday's in December, so she's always saying I'm older than her. But she's the same age. We're the same age, and she's off to her bridge party every week. But she stopped today and brought me a container of soup, vegetable. I don't know what the meat is in it. It's probably ham. It looks like ham. But lots of vegetables. And she says, if you want to make more soup, just add some broth, some sort of broth, because it was very chunky. And that's a sign that my cat needs her insulin. Oh, they bake them. Okay, no, these These we fry. These, yeah, we boil, like to get the dough done. We throw them in boiling water just for a few minutes, and then we fry them. I always fry mine with onions. Yeah, they're delicious. Yeah. Anyway, Judy used to make them like crazy. So, yeah, I never heard of baking pierogies, though. So maybe it's a different type of a dough. They're called Bierock. Bierock. I'm probably pronouncing all this stuff wrong. Oh, you think that's the Polish name? Or German? Yeah, I'm not sure if they're Polish or German pierogies. But yeah, some of them are even stuffed with potatoes, and that always seems sort of strange to me to have dough stuffed with potatoes, but they're good. Most of the time, people put cheese in with the potatoes. But yeah, there's all kinds. They even do it with prunes. I never had one of those. Or, yeah, they put all kinds of stuff in them. But yeah. But I think I'm going to have to close now because I have to go give my cat her insulin. And she, of course, is standing on the counter waiting to get fed her evening meal, even though she does get cheater snacks in between, which I'm really not supposed to do, but I can't stand her meowing at me constantly. Yeah, Polish or German. Bierock. Yeah, I wish we could too. If anybody knows how to do a big FaceTime, what do they, it's not called FaceTime. One of those things, Zoom. Yeah, Zoom. A big Zoom thing. That would be fun. I don't know if everybody would want to do that, but it would be fun. Shelley says she can host a Zoom anytime. Well, yeah, I'm game. I don't know how we get it together. Let's think about that. All right, I'm going to go. I have pages of this stuff. I'm doing instructions for whoever finds me, or if I'm hospitalized, what to do. Because my kids are going to just they have no idea what all has to be done. So that's why I'm making this. It's a lot. I started it after I read an article. Where did I see this article? In the ARP magazine. Are any of you people old enough to get ARP magazine? Anyway, it was in that a few months back, and it was about this subject. And it really upset me so much, I went to see my bank guy. He had to calm me down. See, there's that worry and fretting and anxiety again. But anyway, That's why I'm doing this. At least they'll have this. It won't be enough, but it'll be something. I'm looking up phone numbers for them. That'll be helpful. So I will see you on Sunday to tell you if I sold anything. I've sold just a few things so far. Not many. Like 5 things is in that pile. So hopefully I'll sell something in the next few days before Sunday. And I will see you all then. Come back again. Thank you for joining me. And I'll see you then. Bye.